Now it's about to rain, so I'll try to shoot this as quick as possible. But there's been this big drama around the movie Obsession, and I find it very interesting, so I'm just going to yap a little bit about it. So the art director of Obsession, and now as you know, was this huge movie, pretty much made this long post on IG that she pretty much got paid like only $6,700 for the whole thing. And what I think about it, that this post would have not existed if she got paid the bonuses and she got paid like royalties. But also that post would have not existed if the movie itself was a failure. Now in that same post, there is something that I think is kind of overlooked by people, but one thing she mentions is that she didn't just work as an art director, but she had like a bunch of more positions that she had to fulfill for the movie. And one of them is that she was a PA, set dresser, graphic designer, background actor, driver, swing and buyer. She did like quite a lot, and she pretty much shares like the whole experience of it. Now, of course, I'm not pointing fingers. This is just my opinion, but I think that everything was in her contract, because I think that if it wasn't, that post would have not existed and things would have been escalating to something more. But also for me, $6,700 for 20 days of work sounds pretty good, to be honest, because before that she only got one credit. This is her second credit, and it's huge. And even like if you do this movie for no pay, it was still going to be worth it, because now like she got so many options, right? Like she can go pretty much anywhere and people will be like, oh, okay, so tell me pretty much what credits you have. And she only has to say, I was the art director for Obsession, and that's gonna be enough. And now she's going to become union, and pretty much from what I read, like union art directors get paid like between 3,000 and 6,000 a week, and non-union get paid between 300 and 600 bucks a day, which pretty much is the pay that she got. She got that minimal pay, but that's not important here. The important thing here is that she made it. And I think that her posting this whole thing, even though, I don't know, it's kind of cool that she shared everything, but at the same time, I think it's going to pretty much fuck with her big time with her careers. Now, I don't think you should stay shut on anything that's happening behind the scenes or even if you go to work, but I want to kind of try to connect this with other people who wants to make it like into movies. And because I know so many of them. I used to live in LA and I was just surrounded with people like this, and most of them, like, okay, so for example, a buddy of mine who's been directing movies for pretty good like 14 years, pretty much never made a fucking penny out of anything that he made. Everything is just an investment out of pocket. I just remember he did like a Star Wars short film that he edited that for so long because of the VFX. He got nobody to hire. It's just money out of pocket, right? Like had to rent cameras, had to rent like lighting, had to rent like also the sound thing, whatever like it's called. I'm not really knowledgeable about this. But also on top of it, he didn't want to use any CG and all that stuff. He wanted to make it like Star Wars like 70s style. So he used like little models and shot them and just make the whole thing because of passion, right? And I know that he is eventually going to make it one day, just like other people too. Also that same thing goes for actors. There's so many actors that I know that been in the business for such a long time, still don't have a big break, still struggling to find parts. Like I had a neighbor, his name was Chris, I believe, and he pretty much explained to me that he's been doing that since he was like 13 years old. And at the time we met, he was 33 years old. He's been going to auditions non-stop for 20 years and more, and still haven't made it. And sometimes he doesn't even have work, right? He needs to find like side hustles just to make some money. He was making massages at one point. He was waiting tables, I believe. Was a driver at one point, just doing all this. And on top of it, like he also had like 3 kids, which is even more insane. So, you know, like he didn't have like his luck yet. Maybe it will come. But in her case, it's so different. It's her second pretty much credit of the Obsession movie, and she is pretty much set. So I don't know if she should have just do that post, man. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of confused here. But of course, it's like pretty much every job, right? And I kind of can connect like pretty much my experience from work to hers. And for example, I'll just give you this, right? Like I used to wait tables. I made like a whole video about on waiting tables and stuff like that. But something there is that if you, let's say, work hard, just like she did, right? I work really hard, and in the second month, because pretty much I did like quite a lot of positions, because it's a restaurant that there is no expo, there's no bussers, no bartenders, so it's pretty much you just two servers. It's kind of high end too, but you do fucking everything, everything, and like pretty much people will see that all the time. And there was like this one time a guy was like having like lunch at the bar, and he goes, "Hey man, like if you ever look for a job, I do own the bar down the street. So come anytime I have a position for you." And he was also like that, you know, bartenders there make between 300 and 500 bucks a night on a weekday, which was fucking crazy. But that's an opportunity for me because I used to make 150 and now I can make 2 times more just on a weekday. Pretty much why I connect this situation to her is same thing. She did the work. She did like all these positions, everything. She did that like for 20 days, probably like non-stop work 20 days. I'm pretty sure this is how like pretty much the film industry works. It's crazy. But now she can get a job pretty much anywhere. There is always going to be work for her. And the thing is that she's not going to have just one next gig that's going to make her like, let's say 10 times more money. She's not just going to make $67,000. No, because that's going to be for her just a month, like in a year. And then like she'll get hired for more and more jobs so she can make such a great living. So I think what's wrong here is that she made that post. I think this is like where not her fucking up in a way, because I do understand her situation and frustration too. But there is like also another thing is that this movie might have never had that success if it wasn't the studio that bought the distribution rights. And I'm talking about Focus Features because they paid for the movie to distribute it. And this is how this movie is actually making money right now. It's not in the hands of the producers who made the movie or Corey or anyone like that's involved in the film. And also another thing is that the lead actress got paid $20,000 for this one. And now she is not like pretty much going places just being like, I only got paid 20K for this, right? For non-stop shooting and all that stuff. No, and she also has like a background. She's been in a bunch of TV shows, bunch of movies. She already has been a working actress. And now she got this one and she knows to stay shut because her next project is not gonna pay her 20K. It's probably gonna pay her like around $1 million. I'm pretty sure about that. But anyway, I'm just super curious what you all think about this because every opinion is so mixed that I read like on Reddit, on Next, like on a bunch of other places too. Everyone has like a very different take, and I find like all of them to be kind of like to agree with them in a way. I do disagree with some, but with some of them, they're just, even though they're just so opposite from each other, I do agree with both sides. So let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation, and I'll see you in the next one.